Hi guys, Selena Walker here, naturopath and nutritionist living deep in nature here at Ysbryd Spirit of the Trees. And today I'm doing a follow-up on growing potatoes. So if you didn't see my first potato video, how to grow potatoes, then check out the information below because I'll put a link in there. But I wanted to show you what I'd done with the potatoes. So I remember saying I would show you how to earth them up. But all I simply done is we cut our field just behind there. And there was a few bits there where the grass can be moved around that easily with machinery. So we piled it up and I just brought it over here and I simply stuffed it around all the potatoes, and that was all I done for earthing up. So I've literally used the bulb planter, put the potatoes in, and then put the grass around it. And now I'm going to see what's inside. Now here in West Wales we do tend to get blight. So I do tend to lift a bit earlier. Now you might see, I'm not sure whether you'll see in the video, but there are some brown spots in this. Now that's not blight. You tend to know the difference with blight because you'll start to get the spots on the stems as well. And it has a vibe of being a very wet thing that's going on. Whereas this is very dry, and it's because we've had a drought here and then we've had a lot of rain, which does tend to bring in blight because you get the warmth and the wet. But the brown spots are from nutrients being dried out from the drought. So let's have a look. This is the really exciting bit. Let's start seeing what's underneath. Wow. It doesn't matter how many years you've grown potatoes for, just seeing that come out of the ground, it's always a treat. So this is, if I remember rightly, because I have no idea where my labels have gone, I think this is Ambo with the pink top. Quite a nice potato. I like to use the small ones, the salad potatoes, but the big ones, if you leave harden up, for the skins to harden up, you'll get potatoes that you can use as jacket potatoes in the winter. So I'm going to carry on harvesting here until I get a bucket full, which won't take long looking at the harvest I've got here. And then I'll tell you what I do next. So I've got a big pot of potatoes. How many plants have I harvested? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. And I reckon I've definitely got 7 kilos here. I reckon that's about 6, 7 kilos. So that's not bad. That's a kilo a plant. Now what I tend to do with these now is I like to sort them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these up to the house. And it was one of the reasons I got a good butler sink, the big white sinks, because I can put these in and wash them down. Now, some people say they're better to store with the soil on, but to be honest, what I find is it's really hard to see if you've got slug damage when there's still a lot of soil. Now, there's not loads of soil on these, but instantly I can see this slug damage. So what I do, I get water on them, just gentle washing them, because you don't want to scrub them because the skins are still quite tender. And I will just simply sort them into eat now, because they might be a bit sluggy, and chop very carefully. And then the ones that you can store, and I'll put them in Hessian sacks to store. And what I'm going to do, as you can see, I've got a large patch of potatoes here. So I'm going to be kind on myself. And I'm crossing my fingers that blight doesn't appear this week, and I'm just going to do a pot a day. A pot a day keeps the doctor away. He'll certainly keep me fit this week, and I'm hopefully going to get through these. But if worst case scenario, that brown slimy spot starts to come, and I notice the spots appearing in the stem, and I'm just getting that blighty vibe from them, then all I will simply do is take the leaves off. I will chop them right down to soil level, and I will cover the area with non-permeable plastic so the blight can't get into the tubers below, because if you've smelt blight potatoes, you know you don't want that. And also, potatoes are such a good crop for the winter. They won't get us through the winter. We eat a lot of potatoes in the winter. And I started with these ones because these were the first ones to flower, so I thought these were the ones that would be a good size, and I'm really pleased with these, as I believe Ambo ones, and I love that pink area that they have on them. So I'm going to go and wash these. I hope that's inspired you to get thinking for next season, or whether you're watching this at the beginning of the season to get growing potatoes. My advice is to do it that way. It's worked out much better than when I dug it in the beds. You saw how easy that was. All the potatoes are on the surface. None of the potatoes are looking green, so the bit of grass around them stopped them getting the sunlight in. And what I want to do is assess now which varieties have turned out the best. And this soil is really clay. We got really clay soil. You can just mould it together and it's worked out really well. So I'm really pleased with that. I want to grow lots of potatoes, and it's a way that I can do it that's not too energy intensive for just little old me. So yeah, get looking through the catalogues for next year or this year. Get growing your potatoes, because that smell of new potatoes is just immense. But do you know what's even better is when you taste them and you can taste the earth in the potatoes, and you are just accessing the energy of the earth, and the earth, she will give you energy in return. So if that doesn't inspire you, nothing is going to. And let's be fair, the potato is such a good veg. You can chip her, you can boil her, you can roast her. Yeah, so many things to do. You can mash her. So yeah, get potatoes in the ground. Even if you haven't got space like here, I've grown her in pots when I've lived in flats. So there's always room for the potato plant. So hopefully that's inspired you. If you've enjoyed this video, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, as it really helps get this wisdom and curiosity out there into the world. And if you want to connect more, head on over to my website, selenawalker.earth, and sign up to my newsletter, where you'll get all kinds of hints, tips and news from me on how to create a healthy body, a healthy mind and a healthy planet. I'll see you guys soon.